Alright guys, it's the first day of fall and I'm cooking some Jamaican food, doing some fried plantains, some jerk chicken, and I got a pot of rice and peas I've already made up, so that recipe for me for another day. But I'm going to focus on these plantains. You want to get the darkest ones you can get, and when I bought these, I bought them about 4 days ago, and I've just had them sitting on the counter in a paper bag to try to help ripen them up a little bit. You want them, if you can find them just all the way dark, from top to bottom, black, that's the way you want them. But if not, just let them sit out a few days. This one's still green, but maybe it'll be all right. Since it's the end of the season, I'm hoping they're good and ripe. But you just cut the top and tail off of them, and I go ahead and cut them in half and split the skin, and it makes them peel them real easy. And then I just slice them into long slices and fry them up. Just put them in the fryer. So I've got some oil heating up here on my little burner, and it's starting to smoke a little bit, so it's just about ready. I've got my setup here, so when I get done, I'm gonna put them on this paper towel, drain some of the oil, and I've got a little bit of sugar with some cinnamon in there, and I just sprinkle that over the top, right out of the grease, kind of like French fries. You salt them right when they get out. I've got some jerk chicken marinating in there. That's fixing to go on the Weber. So I got the Weber going here. I got doing direct grilling, but I'm gonna leave the lid on right now and let it cool off a little bit. It's really hot, so I'm fixing to put the chicken on here in just a minute, and then I'm gonna get everything going and show you what's going on here in a minute. So I got two of them going. I've got one over here that's starting to brown up. You want them a little darker than that, and then the other one I just put in. So when they're not quite ripe, they're hard to peel, so you just cut them in half like that, and then stand them up, and then just take the knife and just slice that skin off all the way around. You lose a little bit of the meat, but that's the easiest way to do it, and you can peel them pretty quick. If they're really ripe, you can just cut a little slit there and they'll just peel right off with your hands. But these aren't quite ripe enough, so I'm gonna skin these with the knife. So these are done. I just take them out and just sprinkle them with a little bit of this cinnamon sugar, and then I flip them over and do the other side, get a little bit on the other side because it makes them good, and then just let them sit until dinner time. Pretty easy. So this second batch isn't quite getting as dark. I don't know why. May just not as ripe. If they're really ripe, there's a lot sweeter, and so I think the sugar inside of them gives them more of a browning. So I think that may be some of it. So just fry them up till they're crispy. Don't cut them too thin, and just bring them out in a single layer, kind of like that. And they'll soften up a little bit, even if you cook them crispy. As they sit and cool off, they'll soften up a little bit, so they won't be as crispy as what they feel like straight out of the fryer. And you just give them a good sprinkling of cinnamon sugar, and then I just flip them over on top of these others. That'll help them all stay warm. So just flip them over and get a second side, a little cinnamon sugar, about like that, and then I'm just gonna cover them up, hold them warm until dinner, but as they sit, they'll soften up. We'll take a look at this jerk chicken as it's cooking up. So you can kind of see it's getting dark. It's a little hot spot right here, so I got them all huddled around. It's been going about 25 minutes. You can see the dark. They're gonna get dark with that jerk marinade. It's got a little bit of sugar in it, and that's gonna really caramelize. So just keep them turned, keep them moving around. Give them a little poke. Those breasts are just about done. Everything's just about done, so give them another 5 minutes. That's the jerk chicken fresh off the grill. Not the prettiest chicken on the plate, but packs a lot of flavor.